What is going on YouTube? It is your boy, Sir Jorge D. Great, bringing you Week 8 of the Super Single Battling League. This week as we are facing off StarWolf and his Greek Charizards. So a couple things before I get into the video. First off, if I sound a little weird, it is because I am currently sick. I mean, I can still talk and whatever, but if I sound different, that's probably because of it. Another thing is obviously what you're seeing right now. I actually have a layout for once. I sat down and I sort of stopped making I stopped making videos for a bit because I felt out of it, and also I had my monitor on the way. It's still on its way, and so I was like, I really can't record videos the way I want to just yet. So I put a pause to it, and I made this layout in the meantime, and I was gonna upload this video, and I thought I had did a live com, but turns out I didn't, and so we're doing a post com this time. Anyways, um, speaking, that's pretty much all I had to say. So let's now get into Star Wolf's team. He has the Katana, the Mamoswine, the Rotom Wash, the Tangrowth, the Drapion, the Togekiss, the Registeel, the Scrafty, the Cicitno, the Musharna, and the Charizard X. Couple of notes: Katana, Drapion, and the Musharna are the offensive Z crystal holders, so I had to think about that when building the team. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long while since I built for the team, so I forgot a lot what the goals of each bond was, but sort of had an idea as I clicked through. Um, but yeah, I'm still working the kinks out of this whole new layout dealio, and so forgive me if things sort of look sort of weird. But yeah, okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, about his team, I'm very scared of really his core there. Kartana, Mamoswine, and Charizard X. Very scary Pokemon, can hit really hard on the physical side. He has a Togekiss that can just flinch us to death, which is not always fun. He has the Rotom Watch, which is a really bulky mod, and it's really hard for me to deal with. Um, what else? Yeah, Musharna that can set a Trick Room, but we have a Trick Room core of our own, so I feel like Musharna isn't gonna or yeah, it's not gonna come because I have my own answers to Trick Room. But yeah, the team I built, I spent quite a good time on it, which you'll see what happens. But this game is really big for us because we need to win this game if we want to have a better shot of making playoffs. And so I sort of kept that in mind. And I remember like the feeling of battling. It was just pure nervousness. I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But yeah, I thought we played okay, and sort of, it was a battle. But anyways, let's get right into this team. Or what's the word I'm looking for? I'm rambling. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to this still. So our first one on the screen, as you can see, is our Montoya the Cabalion. I just realized you guys can see the mons already. Was the Fightinian Z this week. A close combat Ironhead, Volt Switch, and Stone Edge. We are rocking a lot of speed investment. I think I'm outspeeding a Charizard if I do remember correctly. A Jolly Charizard X. Was 140 in attack and 120 in HP. I forget what the calc is for. I'm pretty sure it's like two shots something on his team, and it just helps us a lot. But yeah, pretty basic. The idea here is to just fire it off on Drapion on everything but Togekiss and Moonshiner, which resist it. But you'll soon find out what happens with that Fightinian Z. Next up is we haven't brought him at all like this season, or if not in a very long time, and that is you can see my mouse real quick. Latios. Um, I think this is my second time bringing him this season. We're rocking a sort of like mixed set with Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Outrage, and Ice Beam. Um, um, all in a 252 max attack, 56 in special attack, 176 it looks like Rash speed, Rash ability, nature. So the idea here is to click Dragon Dance and sort of sweep his team. I have enough special attack investment over this calc to one-shot a Kartana, I believe. We are outspeeding a, gosh, don't tell me, the Jolly Charizard X. And then, everything just hits his team either neutrally or just neutrally for the most part, if not super effectively. And then Outrage is just sort of a nuke. Um, that I have, and I don't want to lock myself into outrage. So I was bringing Dragon Claw, but I didn't like the damage output of it, so I brought outrage instead. And as long as Togekiss is gone, I can safely or more comfortably click outrage before I lock myself into the move. And Ice Beam does two shot most variants of Togekiss. So yeah, this is sort of our win con, and yeah, nothing much else to say. Latias is coming back. Next up, we have Darude, the Hippowdon, Stealth Rocks, Whirlwind, Hidden Power Fire, and Earthquake. Um, so I remember whenever I got done with the battle, I got some words from George and Joel, and later on from Astoria. So this is sort of a really defensive Hippowdon. Um, again, just very defensively bulky. I'm sure I have a reason for those EVs. It's sort of probably to live a certain hit from a certain Amon, but yeah. I really wish I had slack off this game, to be honest. Post-com, talking after the battle, but yeah. Next up we have Amoonguss Blue Pokeball with the Payapa Berry. Payapa. Regenerative ability, Hidden Power Fire, Giga Drain, Clear Smog, and Spore. Um, very physically defensive. This says Payapa will reduce the super effectiveness of a psychic attack. So the idea here was that one of my main responses to his Kartana. Um, if he clicks Psycho Cut, we can live the hit and we can just knock it out with Hidden Power Fire, which is actually super nice. I think we even left the +2 Psycho Cut, and then Hidden Power just knocks it out. Clear Smog to sort of reduce, or sort of like if he's Charizard and he's like set up and he wants to continue setting up, Clear Smog reduces his stats to 0, and then Giga Drain just for damage, and then Spore to make things to go to sleep, whatever the words are I'm looking for. But yeah, just a sort of bulky Mungus. Next up, we have Daddy Longnail, the Mega Aerodactyl, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Fire Fang, Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is for that Scrafty, Fire Fang for the Kartana, Stone Edge, Earthquake just hit things hard. 104 in speed just outspeed that Charizard X. I do believe it might be higher for something else. I don't remember. I think we have enough HP and defense to live an Ice Charge from Ammo, so I'm pretty comfortably. And then we have Max Attack Adamant just to hit things as hard as possible. Pretty simple and self-explanatory. And then finally we sort of have like an ass set and Black Manta, Liquidation, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Leech Life. I'm not a big fan of this, but we are running Charty Berry this week simply because it's my main response to Mamoswine. It resists both the Earth and Ice attacks from it. And with the Charty Berry, we reduce the effectiveness of his Stone Edge, Rock Slide, whatever he was going to run, Rock type move he was going to run if he brought it, and we can one-shot it with Liquidation. That was the idea, and you'll see what happens in the battle. But yeah, that is our team for this week, guys. Let's get right into the battle, as we like to say. Alrighty, guys. So on the screen right now, you can currently see our team preview. So StarWolf decided to bring the Mamoswine, the Rotom-Wash, the Drapion, the Cortana, the Mega Charizard X, and the Togekiss. This is sort of what I was expecting him to bring. Last time I believe he did not bring the Cortana, and yeah, so in terms of leads, I'm trying to remember what I decided to lead off. So we're going to find out when I just click this simple button. So I decided to lead Amoonguss. Oh, wow. Okay. So he led with Rotom Wash. I think he is expecting me to lead Hippowdon to set up, to get up rocks up. I think I led Amoonguss because I thought it was a pretty safe, pretty safe lead. If you let Charizard, I could just switch out and I could Spore things around. But I think on this first turn, I do decide to Spore to see what he goes into, and he goes into the Cortana, which was fine. And then I was like, okay, let's hit him Power Fire. Maybe he clicks a Psycho Cut immediately, trying to kill us, but he goes Charizard X, reads the play pretty nicely. We do absolutely nothing to him, and I switch out and go to Hippowdon because it's my best response for Charizard at the moment. And he's gonna click Flare Blitz, and it does over a little under half. He takes some recoil damage and some sand damage, which is always nice. And then here, is part of my most questionable play. I believe is right here. I think I decided to click Whirlwind because I was super terrified of him clicking Dragon Dance and me just losing the game because I believe outside of the root, I don't think a Raccoon would have been able to take those hits. I believe. Again, it's been a while since I played this match, but yeah, I click the whirlwind. Oh no, he switches out, and I click the whirlwind, and it goes into his mammal swine. Now this isn't a good matchup for me either, because he can click icicle crash and just knock me out. So I just go into my Araquanid. Oh, I go to my Cobalion, and based on the damage, I believe I concluded that he was choice banded, but he wasn't. And so I was like, okay, he's choice banded. He's talking to icicle crash. It's a great switch in for my Araquanid, which I believe, right? No, I go for the Iron Head. Um, just to see if he wants something else, maybe the Togekiss for the close combat. I'm gonna click Volt Switch and get out of there and go to my Mugus because it's a pretty good switch in. He goes for Volt Switch again, and so we started playing this tag game. He goes into the Mega Charizard X. I think I stay in, yeah, and I sack off my Mugus because I was like, let's get as much damage on this Charizard X as possible. And then I go into, I don't know why my laptop is so lucky. I go into my Tropical Punch here. I go for the Earthquake. You know, sucks to suck. I really wanted to click Ice Beam there, to be honest. But the calc said I couldn't kill the Mega Charizard X, which really does suck a lot. And so we sort of have to play around this. So we click Ice Beam. We almost kill the Togekiss, and the Heat Thunder waves us, and that makes us like pretty pointless. Um, I stay in. I think I click Dragon Dance here, to try to get rid of the paralysis, because now he can reduce off all the damage I do. I get paralyzed here. He goes for Air Slash, and I might get paralyzed twice, which is which sucks a lot, because if I didn't get paralyzed this last turn, those last two turns, I could have killed the Togekiss. We would have been in a different standings, but that's the game we play, and I can't be too mad about that. I stayed in on a Togekiss, knowing full well that he could do that to me. So I sort of sack off our Latios here, which really does suck. Yeah, Togekiss picks up the kill here, and I just reminded myself to do shoot. All right, you know what? Never mind. Again, I'm still trying to like learn this as we go along. Um, I was gonna like erase the Pokemon as they were being killed off, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, so yeah, he kills the Latios. I go into Cobalion, go for the Iron Head, hopefully trying to get the flinch ourselves, and we don't. He paralyzes me, sucks. Um, I switch out into my Mega Aerodactyl, probably on the Air Slash or whatever. Here I decided to go for the Stone Edge, and I miss. Uh, you know, really this season has been me missing a lot of Stone Edges, which sort of sucks, but nothing we can do there. I switch out, go to my Araquanid, um, as he goes for his Volt Switch, which sucks a lot. He goes into his Cortana. I go into my Cobalion, and here I'm sort of like, maybe I just lose the game here. So here I decided to click my Z move, just in case he did something stupid, and I sort of burned my Z move on the Togekiss, and it's gonna do absolutely nada. So yeah, I click my Z move, and I think it does like negative 5% on him. Yeah, does absolutely nothing to him. He basically gets a free switch in. I go into my Darude. It's not looking too good for us. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say here, guys. It was a very rough matchup for me. Um, Here I decided to get rocks up mid battle. I don't think I needed them as much at this time. But yeah, I got rocks up for free. He switches out the Katana, and then here I stay in. I think I was like, I think I live. So I decided to do a big boy play, and I click Hidden Power Fire um, on the Katana, and so he goes for the Leaf Blade. Obviously, we live on a sliver of health, and I just click Hidden Power Fire, and we kill this thing, which is amazing. We killed two of his biggest threats, but at this point in the match, it's not looking too good for us. I believe I let Darude go down here. Um, oh no, this is probably my most controversial play yet. He goes for Defog. I click Whirlwind. Um, I have no idea why. I think it was trying to predict the switch into something else, but yeah, he clicks Defog, gets rid of my rocks. So they were up for like maybe like 5 seconds, and now they're gone. And at this point of the game, I believe it's just going downhill for us. I don't think there's a way for us to beat StarWolf. Yeah, Battle One kills my my Homeboy, Darude, and I go into Black Manta, again thinking he is Choice Banded, uh, which I later find out he is actually Expert Belt. So I go for the liquidation, trying to kill him. Um, I believe I stay in. No, I go into Cobalion again, and he's gonna roost off everything, and it's not looking too good for us. I think believe he no we actually wow. So we live through. We don't get flinched. We don't get paralyzed hacked, and we go into Mega Aerodactyl, and sort of we have to win with Mega Aerodactyl at this point. We connect the Stone Edge, uh, and then Rhoda comes in, and I cycle my Montoya, uh, giving him a free switch it into a Drapion. I believe I go into a Araquanid. He goes for knockoff. He gets a crit. It didn't matter, I believe. And then he's in a sweep here with Drapion because I couldn't two shot him with either move. So yeah. So that was GG. StarWolf. We're gonna rank it to a 2-0. I'm gonna just click here and click I start, and we're gonna lose against the Greek Charizards, which really does suck. Again, I put a lot of time into this prep, and just losing it does suck a lot. I think that's why I waited so long to do this video, because I was a bit ashamed. But you win some, you lose some, you learn some a lot. Uh, so yeah, it's sort of a tough loss for us because now we're 2-6 for the season, I believe, or if not 2-5, and playoffs are looking really like dim. And all I can say is, I thought I had an okay team. I talked to George, talked to Joel. They had a lot of words to say about me. They were like, "No slack off, no slack off on powder. Are you crazy?" And I was like, "Yeah, a little." And then Astoria messaged me, and he was like, "So why did you click Whirlwind?" And I was like, "Ah, scheiße." But again, um, I'm not mad that I lost, but I'm just upset at myself. But again, that's just the game we play. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Um, it's just been an interesting season. It's not a great season, especially not like a season to upload on YouTube, going 2-5, 2-6. But who cares? Um, yeah. Uh, I think the thumbnail sort of like misled you guys, which is fine. It's clickbait. Gotta get those clicks. But if you guys enjoyed the battle, I doubt you did. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new around here. Um, yeah, guys, we're gonna be facing off. Shoot, Alex. Next week for week 9. Our team is finally built. Shout out to Joel at the last minute. Alrighty, guys. My name is Great. Make sure you are praising the word of a lone Eggy, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye bye.